What's up guys? So we're going to kick off this tutorial with our concealer, and today I'm going to go in with Tarte's Shape Tape, of course my all-time favorite, and using a damp beauty sponge we are going to go ahead and blend out everywhere where we put our concealer, which is right in our T-zone. So our nose, chin, under eyes, and middle of our forehead area. So you're going to blend that guy to filth and get ready to set that in. And to set, I am going to go in with my RCMA No Color Powder. And I'm going to go ahead and just apply a little bit onto the cap and dip in with that same damp beauty blender. So this technique is actually one of my favorites to use in order to set my under eyes. What it does, the damp beauty sponge just basically like melts the product into your face, and this one is my all-time favorite. Ever since I started using it, I've tried a lot of setting powders, but some of them tend to like really crease. This one, it's like so finely milled that it is just like stays on there all night, and it is absolutely one of my favorite setting powders, if not the one. Next, I'm going to go in with my Fit Me face powder by Maybelline, and going in with a G36 Morphe brush, I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face in which we did not add that concealer and setting powder. So just on the outer part of our face, we are going to set everything to make sure that it lasts all night and that nothing absolutely does not move or crease for that matter. Now we are going to take care of our brow. So here I'm going to go in with NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Milk. This is the whitest pencil that I can find, and we're going to use this as a base for our brows. So we're just going to outline them, and once we are outlined, we are going to add some pigment onto there. So this is basically just going to add as like a really good base in order to add color over our brows and to really make that color pop and not show your actual brows or brow hair right underneath. So just like so. Great, so now that you look like freaking Father Time over here, Jesus Christ, I look ridiculous, you guys. But anyways, okay, so past the ridiculousness, we are gonna go in with a brow definer brush, and I'm just basically going to blend that pencil out and make sure that we have a nice even flat layer, and pretty much just define those brows into the shape that you desire even better, because that pencil was pretty freaking thick and I didn't have a jumbo pencil freaking sharpener, so I couldn't just apply it just so I'm gonna go in with my brow definer brush, and I'm basically just like you would real brows, pretty much just act like they're real and act like you're doing your brows, except they're freaking white and like you look like King Triton pretty much, you know? That's the goal, you guys. Hey baby, what's your name? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush and dip it into my Carity matte eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow is awesome and so rainbow like my life. But we are gonna dip into that Barbie pink eyeshadow, and like I said, right over our white base, we're gonna apply that pink and just basically like layer it until you're gonna need a couple layers to really get that pink pigment to really show. As you can see, the first layer here, you can kind of still see the white on the bottom. So the trick here, guys, is we are going to layer, 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 layer. And the reason I'm using a pencil brush is so that we can layer, 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 and so that also I can get right into those corners, those outer corners of our brows. And don't worry, even if you go like out of the lines and get a little bit messy, you can always just go back and kind of clean it off even with your fingers or whatever. It'll come right off easily. So, oh shit, I am half unicorn, half fucking Santa Claus. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay. So here I am going in with that second layer. You can go in with as many layers as you want, or you can even what's it called? You can even like add a second color, like pink over purple or purple over pink, whatever your heart desires. But I'm gonna stick to the pink here. And I'm just gonna layer. So once you are finished, you should have something like this. Alright, great. And next we are going to dip into our Carity palette once again. And I'm going to go use that salmon orange color called Cancun, as well as dip into Vegas. So I'm going to mix these two orange shades, and with an E4 Morphe brush, I'm going to go ahead and cut my cheeks. So just like you would with contouring is exactly what we're going for. But then again, we are a magical unicorn, so our features gotta be colorful as fuck. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend and blend until that contour is really nice and blended to my liking. And then we're gonna go ahead and do that to the other side as well. And I'm just gonna blend that out and then kind of bring it up onto the sides of our temple. So you just kind of have something like that for the sides of your cheek. And then we are also going to contour a little bit on our hairline. We don't want it to go as dark and as harsh as the side of our cheeks. We want those cheeks to be super defined. So just like so, like you would any kind of contouring, this is what we're going for. And now we're gonna go ahead and cut our jaw. So we are going to go ahead and add that same orange color with the same brush that we used to contour right under our jawline. And this is pretty much just gonna give us a really defined sharp jaw. So later on we're actually gonna bring it down to our neck. Now I'm gonna dip into that Barbie pink shade called Lumbia, and I'm just going back and adding a little bit more contrast and definition into our contour. I kind of wanted them to stand out a little bit more. I wanted to kind of bring a little bit more color. More color that we have, the better for this unicorn look. So you can see what it did there. It kind of just really made them like super strong cheekbones. So that's what I was going for. And now going back with my G36 brush that we used to set the rest of our face with some face powder, I'm just going over those harsh edges and kind of using a different brush just so I can blend them out a little bit more, and so we won't have such harsh lines. It's getting kind of harsh, so I just went over with some face powder and just kind of softening up the edges there, as you can see here, and just like going over like literally everything. So okay, great. So now that we have contoured our face, we are going to go ahead and also contour our collarbone. So with that same brush and that same orange shade, I am going to go over and cut out our collarbone. So wherever you see that bone just sticking out, just add that pigment right over, and we're going to layer that guy until you can go as dark as you want. Honestly, you can even go over it with a different color. For this look, that I'm sticking more to the orange and pink shades. So just like so, I'm really gonna go over it. So here I'm going over it with the first two orange shades that we did, and then here I kind of went over it with some of the pink pigment that we did to kind of like really add some more dimension into our cheeks. And then of course you are going to add some to your shoulders. So just like that, you are really going to look like a magical unicorn all around your body. Now we are going to work on our eyes. So here I am just applying my favorite eyeshadow primer, which is the 24-hour eyeshadow primer by Smashbox. I just really like this one because, as you can see, once you apply it, it like literally blends into the actual like skin tone color of your eyelid. And also it isn't such a thick consistency until like it like clumps up like some other ones. So this one, absolutely great, makes your eyeshadow last very long. So here I'm dipping into that yellow shade called Tweety. I think that is such a cute name. Oh my god. Okay, so that is going to be our first color, and we are going to go ahead with a fluffy brush, and I am going to add that into the crease of our eye. Now, this is gonna be our highest crease color. We're actually gonna add a couple layers into our crease. So make sure that as you transition brushes that you kind of like go down to a smaller brush. This one's kind of a bigger, fluffier one, and as you can see, I'm bringing that yellow shade into the like outer or like into our inner eye and kind of bringing it down to the bridge of our nose. Now, I'm not going to bring it all the way down so that it's kind of like we're contouring our nose. We are contouring just a tad little bit, but I'm going to stop it right where like our bottom lash line ends. So you're just gonna blend that yellow shade out until you are very nice and blended into perfection. So just like that, bringing it down, and I'm kind of bringing that yellow shade all the way out, like kind of far out into the outer part of our eye. If so, possibly we're gonna kind of make the crease color into like a cat eye shape. So there you go. I look like a crazy person, I know, but just bear with me. So using a smaller brush, like I told you earlier, I'm gonna dip into those two orange shades again, and then we are gonna apply that right under the yellow. So we are going to, for the color scheme for our eyes, it is actually going to be like, just think sunset colors, okay? So we're going from from yellow to orange to purple. It's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. So you will see as we start layering how I accomplish that sunset eye for this unicorn look. Alright, great. So this is what you should have from yellow to orange, and now moving on to our purple shades. These two purple shades, I am mixing Alexi and a tiny bit of Ego. The lighter purple was a little too light, and then the dark was a little too dark, so I'm just mixing them and starting in our outer crease of our eye. I'm just starting to kind of like circle that around as if we were creating a smoky eye. So just kind of working your way on the outer corner and then dragging it in, and we are only going to leave that into the crease of our eye. All right, guys? So just like so, I'm going to pack on that purple shade into my lid, and then I am going to drag that purple shade kind of the same way as we did our yellow and orange. So we're dragging it really far out into the outer corner. We want this to be super exaggerated. And when I say exaggerated, I mean exaggerated, girl. Like, don't be afraid to drag that fucking purple shade out. So, like, we're gonna really wing it out. See how it's kind of like winged out? Like, just imagine that's your freaking eyeliner, and we're just winging that outer corner out. And then we are also gonna, so we're gonna wing it out and then drag it right under our eye. And on our outer eye, we basically want like enough space to, because later on we are going to add a couple little white dots on this purple, so you want to like a thick wing, bringing it out, and then dragging it under your eye. Okay, so I'm kind of having a little technical difficulties trying to explain exactly what I'm going for here with this outer corner. You're basically going to create like a huge like outer purple, I don't even know how the hell to explain this to you guys, but we want to make enough space in order to add white dots onto the outer corner, but onto that purple. So as you can see here, I'm really dragging it out and really bringing it under our eye. Now just watch and you will see how much space I create, and then you'll understand a little more when this next step comes. So here, just watch what I do and you'll explain, and then you'll understand a lot better what I mean. Awesome, and now dipping into our Urban Decay electric palette, we are just going to go ahead and get our under eyes finished right quick. Now I'm dipping into that darker blue shade, and we are starting to hit our lash line with the darker blue in the outer corners. So stopping about halfway, we are going to then dip into the lighter blue shade and bring it into our inner corner of our eye. And we're gonna let those two shades have a little baby, and we're just gonna mesh them right up and make sure they are perfectly transitioned into a nice light to dark blue ombre. And doing our other eye, same. We're gonna let both of our little eyes have a little blue baby, little Smurf baby. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so just like so, we are then done with our lower lash line transition. And now for some inner corner highlight, I am dipping into that silver shade called Revolt. And with a small pencil brush, I'm going to go ahead and highlight our inner corners. And what I did here is just give our little brush a little spritz with some Fix Plus. Now wetting our brush is really gonna make that silver shade pop, guys. So see what you did there? Boom! Shine like a diamond. Next, we are going to go ahead and align our eyes. So here I am using a nice shiny blue liner. I am not quite sure of the name, excuse me guys. This is an oldie but a goodie, and the brand name of this product kind of just like got rubbed off, but any blue liner that you guys can find is perfectly fine for this. You can go ahead and use even black if you wanted to, but I liked how the blue matches my under eye. So now for those white polka dots that I told you about earlier, we are gonna go back in with our milk pencil, and with just a ballpoint pen, I am dabbing into that white pencil, and here, as you can see, I am going ahead and creating those dots on top of that purple, in which I explained that we really needed to blend out and drag out for this reading. So I'm gonna create a line of dots, and in between the gaps, place even more dots under it. So wherever the gaps are, you're gonna go ahead in the next row, apply the next set of dots. And so we're gonna start for about 5 dots, and then work our way to like 4, and then 3, and then 2, or whatever. So just like that. Alrighty, and then back to our brows. I'm going to go ahead and use any type of glitter glue that you have on hand. Sorry guys, I don't even know which brand this one is. Again, the brand wiped off in my makeup box. But anyways, you are going to go ahead and apply some glitter glue over your eyebrows. And with any kind of chunky glitter that you have, apply that right over your brows. I used a iridescent like pink to orange glitter here, and there you go. So those are my two brows done. I actually thought it needed a little bit more glitter, so with a second type of glitter I went in with another iridescent orange to yellow chunky glitter, and I just applied that right over. I needed a lot of glitter madness for my brows. Personally, you don't have to do this step, but I sure wanted to. And there you have it. Now for mascara, we're gonna go ahead and get some mascara onto our lashes so that we can get them nice and prepped for our adhesive lashes that are really going to bring the drama into this look. Okay, so I tried a new glitter glue, which I bought on Amazon. The manufacturer is called Cardani, Cardani, and it doesn't, I don't know if the name is just called Secure Hold, but it is my all-time favorite adhesive glue for lashes now. Like, it holds all night. Like, I never had a problem with this lash glue, and I've tried so many, and this one does not smell funky either. And the best part is that it comes with a little applicator brush in it, and so it makes it less messy, unlike those tube ones that smell like a freaking cow's vagina. Alright, so now for highlight, I am gonna go ahead and dab my face with some Fix Plus, and this is just really gonna make our highlight really shine nice and bright and just bring out that shine just the same way as it did our inner corner highlights. Applicating any kind of wetness onto your face or onto your brush will really make any eyeshadow or pigment just really shine, guys. So just a little makeup tip: if your eyeshadow or highlight or really anything is not popping, go ahead and add some Fix Plus onto your brush, and you will see that guy will really shine nice and bright for you. So we are just gonna go ahead and highlight the higher points of our face, of our cheekbones, and then I'm just dragging it out a little bit into the side of my temples, here down the bridge of my nose, and then of course our Cupid's bow. So once we are done highlighting, I'm going to go back in with that glitter glue, and I'm going to kind of just draw the illusion that this unicorn is crying tears of glitter. So this is going to be a super duper cool illusion, and don't worry guys, these are not tears of sadness. They're tears of fucking joy, because we're going to look like a badass freaking unicorn magical ass freaking shit after this. So yeah, so we're just gonna apply that glitter like onto right under our eye and then drag it down, giving us the illusion that we are crying magical tears of freaking unicorn magicalness. And yeah, so it should look something like so. Just kind of pack that guy on, and I used again that iridescent orange to yellow. As you can see, it changed. It even has like a little blue tint in it. It's the coolest glitter I've ever seen. And yeah, I would really highly suggest using a iridescent glitter over like a really finely milled glitter, just because like in the sun it looks super super cool how it changes from one color to the next. So there you have it. And if you thought that that's exactly where our glitter is going to stop, well, you mistaken me hardcore, because we're extra as fuck. So we of course are going to place some more glitter because we're fucking magical. And so onto our collarbone, I'm applying that same glitter glue and applying a bunch of glitter right over my collarbone. For my outfit, my shoulders will be showing, so I just really wanted my collarbone to also be part of the whole entire look. So of course I am applying a bunch of glitter onto my collarbone just so that we can be that much extra. I mean, unicorns are pretty freaking out there anyways, so why not, right? So just like that. And now I'm going to go back in with my curated palette, and with those same orange shades that we used earlier, I'm just kind of bringing that orange shade down onto like the sides of my like throat there, and this is just going to add a little bit more dimension into our look. And I'm kind of just going over everything. I kind of lost some of that orange color earlier. So now for our lips, of course you already know I'm gonna go in with Jeffree Star. I'm using his liquid lipstick in the shade Dream House. This is a beautiful, beautiful metallic Barbie pink, and I just thought it was so perfect for this look. Now for the lips, as you can see, I am kind of just applying it to the outer part of my lips, and the reason I'm doing this is because we are going to not just make our lips that metallic pink, but we're going to get as extra as we can for this unicorn. So we are going to create an ombre lip. So now going in with his other liquid lipstick in the shade Blow Pony, I am going to just dab a tiny little bit into the center of our lips there, and with our finger we're just gonna dab 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 and kind of mix those two shades into each other. So just creating a little pink to purple ombre. You could go back with the pink if you kind of put a little bit too much purple. I feel like I did a little bit here, but I went back and fixed it. So that just about does it to complete this look, guys. I am gonna go ahead and get into my outfit and get all unicorned out. So I will be right back for the final look.